that's the kind of point. We want to encourage a political culture of healthy debate on the basis of honesty. So that means I'm not going to pretend to agree with someone on occasions when I'm not, and I think that's a much better basis for solidarity. If you don't respect someone as a fully thinking human being, which I think what a lot of the sort of white left do with Muslims is just kind of confine the discussion to, you know, just basically expecting you to have certain things in your head anyway. I think that's actually much more racist than saying, well, yes, I don't believe in God. I'm for gay rights. I think that the Islamic Republic of Iran should be overthrown. So yeah.
Okay, just quickly going back to the whole point about the safe space. I agree with everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but sorry I'm saying this, but you were kind of doing like a keyboard warrior earlier. We're talking about someone who was talking about, talking about the car being a mobile prison or whatever. You can bring people in, you can do whatever, but if you're going to invite someone in, of course put forward your opinion, but don't come out and criticise other people, their beliefs, doing whatever it is. You have no right to do that. Saying something that you were a mobile prison, that's disgusting. I truly see that as disgusting, and you can't say something like that.
Can I now respond to as well? Thank you. I mean, the thing is that I think that we have to make a distinction between criticizing ideas or criticizing practices that we disagree with versus attacking people. And, as someone who was forced to wear the veil in Iran, for example, and as someone who has defended the right to wear the veil for adult women, by the way, this is not my position. If you go and look at my position is that the burqa is a mobile prison. And I'm sorry, I really believe that. I think it just doesn't allow women to move and to breathe. And you might think it's fine. This is the point. But I have a right to say that I think it is a violation of women's rights. I can say that. And it's the same way that I can say, well, I don't like FGM, but no one will tell me that I'm attacking girls and women who are mutilated. They did 20 years ago, they did. They don't anymore. Because the struggle against FGM has gone so forward that women's rights activists can't say that to me anymore. With regards to the veil too, I think we can have a discussion about the veil, that I think, that the veil is a tool for the control of women. It is a tool to restrict women. It might be some people's choice. I'm not disagreeing with that, of course. But I think on a large scale, you're talking about women who are living in Britain here. On a large scale, it is not a choice for many women, and that needs to be acknowledged. Can I finish this, and then we can have more questions and comments? Is that okay?
It actually is a choice.
And so, I mean, again, though, if we're talking about child veiling, I think child veiling is a form of child abuse. So there's a distinction between adult veiling and child veiling. I think they're very distinct from each other. On the issue of, well, how can I have the audacity to speak about the Quran? I mean, I think that you don't even need to have read the Quran. I'm answering your question.
So I'm going to talk about a book about reading.
Excuse me, you need to wait for your turn.
No, I'm not going to wait for anything. She's talking, she's not, I'm not going to wait for anything.
On your question about how can I have the audacity to speak about Islam, well, I can, in the same way that I might not be a black South African, but I have the audacity to speak about what I think is wrong. If I might not be a conservative. I'm a communist. I might not be a conservative, but I have a right to talk about conservatism. I may not have, because that's what people are. We have opinions about things. I'm not telling you can't speak about atheists because you're not one. Yeah, I'm not telling you're not allowed to speak about atheism because you haven't read.
Everyone have respected your time to speak.
What I'm saying,
let her speak. She's not shouting stuff out.
Nonsense.
Just wait, man. If you're going to keep shouting stuff out, then...
No. You can't talk about something. We have no knowledge. You can't talk about something.
So the point is that having lived in an Islamic state, having lived under Sharia law, it's my opinion and I don't believe in it. I don't agree with it. I challenge it. I think Sharia law is misogynist, it's homophobic, it's inhuman, and that people have a right to challenge and dissent. And also, for all of you here who are defending it, do you know that the vast majority of people who are sentenced to death, who are in prison, women who are facing forced are not being given the right to divorce. A majority of them are Muslims. Yeah. So there is the whole point of my speech was that we must make a distinction between ideas versus the religious right versus Muslims. In fact, I think I've done that. On the other issue, on the fact that no, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
No, we're nobody's forcing him to sit here.
No, because he's here to disrupt the meeting.
Yeah, but why can't you guys let her speak? You've had your time to speak. We respected you. We said, okay, speak. We all listened to your opinion. You did. But can she not answer your question? And then after she answers your question, you can say whatever you want, right?
I mean, I think that was one of my points, is that when you look at the British left, a large segment of it, and I'm someone who's on the left myself, they have one set of progressive politics for themselves and another for Muslims. And the rest of us, we are only allowed to criticize Islam, criticize Islamism within the confines that has been given to us by identity politics and multiculturalism. And that's why there is this, because of this conflation, it's very difficult to criticize, and also anyone who does is considered an Islamophobe and racist, whereas there's a huge distinction between criticizing a belief, criticizing a religious right, and also criticizing people. Yeah, because for example, my father is also Muslim. A lot of my family members are also Muslim. They don't want my death because I'm an apostate. They respect me, they have treated me always fairly, and that is the reality. And I think the point is that it's important for Muslims, ex-Muslims, all of us to make it very clear that attacking Islam, criticizing Islam, it's an idea. Criticizing the religious right, it's a political movement. It is very different from bigotry against Muslims. I have a duty to criticize Islamism because of what Islamism is doing across the world. Not just to free thinkers, not just to apostates and blasphemers, but to Muslims as well. Because for me, people are more important than imagined identities and my sort of religious identity or non-identity.
You've had your hand up for a while, right? So
We'll do 3 questions.
Sorry, can you?
So I think it's a bit wrong for you to say that Islamophobia doesn't exist when people are also, the way you said that, people are dying at the hand of Islam, people are dying being Muslim as well in the country. I think it's wrong for you to say Islamophobia doesn't exist. Let's just start with that. I'm from Nigeria, where Muslims and Christians mix. My grandma was Muslim and my granddad was Christian, got married. It's perfectly fine. But I can also criticize and say, okay, there's some things that I don't agree with. But it's one thing to criticize, another thing to be disrespectful. Because I'm a Christian, and people that disrespect God, you can't do that around me. It's just not fair, because you have to back what you're saying with proper points. And for you to, I feel like what you're saying, one side you're saying, oh, there's Islamists and then there's Muslims, but then you find a way of then linking them together, and we're not making a distinction between your talk. Basically, you started by saying there's Islamists and Muslims, but then you basically try to say that they're the same. Yeah, that is what, and everyone in this room would say so.
Yeah.
And then secondly, using Charlie Hebdo example is just wrong, because they're
Millions of Muslims condemn the killing of these people, but you make it seem like Islam allows that.
Not only towards Muslim people, but towards black people, the Charlie Hebdo illustrators would do. And black people don't stand for it either. So to say that Islam and violence, excuse me,
She needs to finish.
Can you sorry.
we all listen.
Yeah.
There's points I didn't agree with, and I let you speak.
Oh no, okay. I thought you were finished. I'm sorry. You were explaining. Go ahead.
So yeah, I think that there's another approach that you need to talk and take when you're talking about Islam, because you're coming in and being very offensive.
Okay.
And it's offensive to me, and I'm not even Muslim. But having Muslim friends, I can definitely see where they're coming from, because they're having hate incited against them. But nobody's talking about that. You want to talk about the other side. ISIS is killing Muslims.
Yeah.
That's
Can I?
You're saying that's what you said, but you also said some other offensive things. That's what I'm saying.
I think what I'm really upset about is the fact that this is a woman from Iran, I think you should understand, from that country who's speaking here today in front of us as a human being, telling us about her experiences. We should respect her because she's literally speaking about, let her speak. And then if you disagree, you can like raise your hand and say, I disagree. You don't have to attack something. I feel so ashamed. Like, I really want to say
Go
ahead. Sorry, what makes me so angry that you have to attack something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly attacking that because I read the Quran, I pray 5 times a day, but I have people like you guys who are just constantly putting a bad name to Islam. Our Prophet said, please be respectful towards elders.
I know.
Do it in a respectful manner.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, what was that? What was that? Sorry, what was that? Sorry. What did you just say? What did you just say? It's hard for me to let you speak. So you're saying I'm misogynistic?
Excuse me. No, he's not. Just because
The truth kind of shows.
I mean, he's misogynistic.
Can I address these two first, please? On the issue of offense, I mean, again, the thing is that there are many things that offend me. Yeah? Apostasy laws in Islam offend me. The fact that I am threatened to death because I want to leave Islam offends me. The fact that 13 countries, it's not funny, 13 countries are punishing people who are deemed apostates and blasphemers to death. This is a reality for a large number of people. And it's not just atheists like myself who are being punished, because in many countries people won't even admit that they're atheists because it is punishable by death. It includes people who are Muslims.